Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. While Warner Brothers won't release Zack Snyder's Justice League numbers, there have been so many people asking personally why Warner Brothers and HBO Max are staying silent as far as Zack Snyder's Justice League numbers are concerned. So what's the problem? Why isn't Warner Brothers Pictures and HBO Max talking about Zack Snyder's Justice League streaming numbers? Well, the answer is twofold. There's a gagging order on Zack Snyder's Justice League, and Warner Brothers Pictures wants the Snyderverse to die. There are a gagging order on Zack Snyder's Justice League because Warner Brothers Pictures executives do not want the Snyderverse to continue. Then many Snyderverse fans are asking themselves why Warner Brothers Pictures is so adamant about ending the Snyderverse. Aren't they leaving money on the table? Well, the answer to that question isn't really that simple. In the end, it all comes down to money and ego, the two things that are very important over at Warner Brothers Pictures, especially as far as the executives are concerned. Warner Brothers is strapped for cash at the moment. It's been that way for quite some time. Luckily for them, the AT&T deal went through. If it didn't, there might not be a Warner Brothers Picture anymore. Here's what a source with close links Warner Brothers Picture had to say. Warner Brothers Pictures is cash poor. They've been struggling for quite some time, but the pandemic's made things pretty dire for Warner Brothers. This is the main reason why the Snyderverse has to die for Warner Brothers in their heads. They see it as being way too expensive a venture for them to carry on. Snyder films weren't cheap to make, and they were only getting more and more expensive for WB. They saw a way out, and they are taking it. As far as WB execs are concerned, they had to end it. What happened with the Justice League 2017 was a huge embarrassment for WB execs. Most of those guys are gone, but some of them are still around so this day, and they are feeling bitter towards Snyder and the people they see as being supporters of him. As far as they're concerned, they want the Snyderverse gone, finished, and they want it done soon. So this all relates back to company-wide gagging order that was issued by Warner Media. I discussed it. The whole of Warner Media was not allowed to even discuss the Snyderverse and Zack Snyder Justice League. This is why you haven't seen any numbers relating to Zack Snyder's Justice League performance on HBO Max. The only numbers that have so far have come from third parties. Warner Media has even prevented The Rock from talking about the Snyderverse. The person who wrote this article was told that The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, cannot talk about or mention Zack Snyder's Justice League or the Snyderverse. That is why you haven't seen him tweet or post hashtag restore the Snyderverse. Dwayne Johnson is a fan of the Snyder Cut, but because he's a producer on Black Adam, he too isn't allowed to discuss or mention the Snyderverse in any way whatsoever. He also signed a contract with Warner Brothers to promote Black Adam across all his social media accounts, which means he's banned from saying anything about the Snyderverse online. So it seems as though Warner Brothers Pictures is even preventing The Rock from talking about the Snyderverse. In conclusion, we haven't had Zack Snyder's Justice League streaming numbers on HBO Max because of the executives over at Warner Brothers Pictures ego. It's always the same story, but it still succeeds in boggling one's mind. This article was done by @EJ Lauder, and he says, let him know what you make of this. And you can reach him on Twitter. It's @EJ Lauder. His DMs are open. What do you make of this news? What do you make of this news? Are you upset with Warner Brothers Pictures for the way they've been treating Zack Snyder and the Snyder fans? And they're saying let them know their comments in the comments below. So to me, okay, this is why Warner Brothers doesn't want to talk about the Snyderverse, because they don't know anything about DC Comics. Okay, all of this hypotheticals and all of this guessing, Warner Brothers are idiots. They don't know anything. If they would have released the Snyder Cut in the beginning, they would have made boatloads of money. You see, when you don't give the fans what they want, then that is what happens. Even if it would have failed, you gave the fans what they want, so now the fans can't go back and complain. They don't want to release the numbers because you know why? The numbers are good. The numbers are great. They don't want to release the numbers at all. They don't want to remember. They don't want to talk about the numbers because it makes them look bad because they weren't supporting the Snyderverse. And now they told The Rock, yo, man, you need to chill out. You know, you got to be quiet on that. You can't be talking about the Snyderverse. We're trying to get rid of it. They're trying to get rid of it because they want to go into a whole nother direction. They, for one, they don't like black people. That's one. Two, they definitely don't want black people to be the lead role in a comic book series for them. Why do you think Disney and Marvel are doing great? Because Disney is like, yo, we're making money off of this. So we're going to push the envelope. And guess what happened? They talked about something that you white people are scared to talk about, race in the Falcon and Winter Soldier. And guess what? It was great for 6 episodes. If they would have had 10 episodes, it would have been better than WandaVision. The only reason WandaVision was better because it had better pacing and they had 10 episodes. But for the 6 episodes that the Falcon and Winter Soldier, or now it's called Captain America and Winter Soldier, had, it was better than WandaVision. They touched on things and they showed stuff that normally you wouldn't see done from a Disney production. They take chances. And Warner Brothers, if you're broke and strapped for cash, you're the reason why. Because you idiots didn't do what you were supposed to do. And that was let DC Comics do their thing. Stay out the damn way. You guys are the reason and then you guys are happy the AT&T deal went through. You guys don't want to make the Snyderverse because you don't want to prove that you were wrong. You don't want to prove that Cyborg, who was a black man, stole the whole movie. And that Flash, who was a young kid who nobody really knew from the other movies, came out and he killed it. He killed it. You guys want to live in your little bubble, in your big mansion and all that, and be snobbish. Look, continue doing that and you're going to fold. Warner Brothers, you're dead right now. Don't nobody feel you. Yeah, you could come out with a good movie. Let's say you do this Batman movie. Let's say the Batman movie sells. Okay, what's the point? You have a storyline within a storyline in the Snyderverse. We want to know what happened. We want to watch Injustice, Justice League. If you show that, you'll make so much money showing Superman in a different light. But you guys don't want to do that because you're viewing it from a white and black perspective. Comic book people who watch comic books, they don't care about the black or white aspect unless it's affecting their favorite character. Like if they love Superman and you turn him black. But hello, white people, Superman is black. His name is Kal-El. Kal-El. The L is an old African name. Egyptian, I believe. So everything they've made, they've stolen it from black stories or black things from back in the day. They do that. But look, we're not even going to get into that. The Snyderverse worked. And you guys are going to shoot yourself in the foot when you try to. Now they want to do a multiverse, but they don't want it to be under Snyder. They want it to be different. Look, everybody's tired of this. Stop lying. They're trying to bury the numbers because if they show that the numbers are great, which they are, I believe you. Let them go look at I bet you the numbers are great. They were awesome. They way outsold the other film. I put money on it. Now they're trying to throw out a 4K Justice League with Josh Whedon. It's like, come on, look, Josh Whedon, he's okay as a director, I guess, but that movie sucked, okay? Everybody blasted it. And now you're trying to re-bring it out because they want to re-bring it out so you could forget about the Snyder Cut. See, they thought if they threw the Snyder Cut, it would be too long for certain people. But guess what? Most of the people liked it that long. Because you know why? It showed a story. We got to see why Cyborg was the way he was. We saw what he went through. We saw why the Flash was the way he was. We saw their backstories. Something you robbed us of. Then Steppenwolf actually looked like Steppenwolf. Darkseid looked like Darkseid. See, that's the difference between you and Disney. Disney pushes the envelope. You guys are still trying to open that bitch. And I just gave you a letter opener. You still can't open it. Thank you for listening. We are out. DZ.